Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk to you about foodborne disease prevention. The topics we're going to cover are storage, kill step, handling, and meal preparation. Are you just starting your first year of university or college? Or are you simply living on your own for the first time? One of the biggest challenges that comes along with this is having to prepare your own meals. Many students are aware of some potential hazards that come with food preparation and know general concepts like thoroughly cooking chicken and not eating raw eggs. However, there's much more to know about foodborne pathogens and how you can prevent foodborne diseases. The first step for the prevention of foodborne diseases at the individual level is proper storage to try to prevent the growth of microorganisms. One great way to restrict growth is with a refrigerator or a freezer. The refrigerator should be kept at a temperature of 4 degrees Celsius and the freezer at -18 degrees Celsius. If you are unsure of the temperature of your current appliances, you can purchase a thermometer to get an accurate measurement. There are some bacteria, such as Clostridium perfringens type A and Campylobacter, that do not grow well in properly refrigerated foods, since the bacteria's ideal temperature for growth is more elevated. Although these bacteria will not reproduce in foods, they are still able to survive at refrigerator temperatures. However, there are some bacteria where the low temperatures of the fridge are not enough to inhibit growth. Some examples of these are Listeria monocytogenes and Salmonella. A more extreme form of temperature reduction is freezing. Freezing can have a dramatic effect on some bacteria, such as Campylobacter, and can kill its living cells. However, as previously mentioned, there are other bacteria, such as Salmonella, that are capable of growing under refrigeration temperatures. Freezing does inhibit the growth of this bacteria, however, it does not kill it. Additionally, one thing to be cautious about is that once the food is thawed or reheated, the bacteria will continue to multiply. Now, we just talked about a few storage methods, but we saw that there are exceptions where some bacteria can still grow. This is why a kill step and proper handling of foods is extremely important. The kill step refers to the process where pathogens are killed from the product. This can be done through cooking, pasteurization, chemical treatments, and other methods. Cooking foods thoroughly is necessary to be able to kill most bacteria. Seafood needs to be cooked well in order to eliminate bacteria such as Vibrio parahemolyticus. It is also important to cook meats thoroughly as well as pay attention to different cooking times and temperatures required for each type of meat because they do vary. You can buy a digital thermometer from any grocery store as a proper indication that the meat has reached a temperature high enough for the kill step. Staphylococcus aureus is a bacterium that is somewhat heat resistant. To ensure that it has been eradicated, food has to be cooked or boiled for at least 30 minutes. However, proper handling of food before and after consumption can prevent contamination in the first place. As mentioned before, pasteurization is also a method used for the kill step. As a consumer, you don't have much control on this, but you can prevent risk of infection by avoiding unpasteurized foods, such as some juices, raw milks, and cheeses. When handling foods, contamination is important to consider. Avoiding cross-contamination of foods can prevent spread of diseases. Raw meats, poultry, and fish should be separated from other foods in storage and during preparation. Additionally, all produce should be washed before cooking or eating it. To prevent further spread of bacteria, separate cutting boards should be used for raw meats and vegetables, or the cutting boards should be cleaned in between each use. Equipment used to handle raw meats and seafood should also be washed before reusing them for cooked foods. Additionally, we see this all the time in restaurants, but it is important to wash your hands, utensils, and surfaces, such as counters, with soap and water before, during, and after preparation to avoid further contamination. Some appliances are hard to clean, but it is important to properly clean the hard-to-get areas, as these are often areas where bacteria can grow unnoticed. Once the food has been cooked, it is ideal to consume it immediately to prevent growth of any bacteria while the food is at room temperature. Cooked foods should not be left at room temperature for more than 2 hours before consumption or refrigeration. Something that has gained a lot of popularity over the past few years is meal preparation. This is something popular for students because they can prepare big batches of food and have them ready throughout the week for busy weeknights. The disadvantage of this is that large portions of food take longer to reach high temperatures while cooking and lower temperatures during refrigeration. To allow proper refrigeration after meal prep, portions should be stored in smaller containers and must always be covered with a lid. When eating the leftovers created during meal prep, proper reheating of food is necessary to kill any bacteria that could have grown in the fridge or freezer. If defrosting food from the freezer, it should be done either gradually inside the fridge so that the food remains at temperatures below 4 degrees Celsius, or in the microwave or oven to allow quick reheating of food. Now, I have mentioned many ways to prevent foodborne illnesses and a few bacteria that can cause them, but how do these bacteria affect your body? Some of the main symptoms of foodborne disease are vomiting, diarrhea, fever, nausea, and abdominal pain. Vomiting and diarrhea are often the body's response to try to physically get rid of the bacteria. These symptoms are not very pleasant, so you can imagine why it is important to avoid the growth and contamination of bacteria in foods. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video and will apply these practices to avoid foodborne diseases.